I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snowdrop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Hey, you want a
pumpkin spice latte? I got it hot.
We love
Pumpkin spice.
Fuck your pumpkin spice.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Marmouth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Test, 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 testing, testing, testicles, testing, testicles, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 Hundo and 67 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you bitches.
Fucking Catalina wine.
Yeah,
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to 2367. Hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And, of course, drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? Happy Swole Saturday morning. It is time for some little Dickie draft action, and it is Swole Slut Saturday. So what are you Swole Sluts smashing today? Ooh, that's a tongue twister. What are you Swole Sluts smashing today? Drop in the comments down below, and let's bust today's nut open and get the show underway. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Hashtag Dick Draft. We're still hiring. We're still hiring. I think that's going to be going down for quite some time. Today, of course, is Swole Slut Saturday, but nothing better than to go right back to the Dick Draft. Yesterday was FEF. We've been mixing in some more cards again, but still hiring. I still want to make sure that everyone knows that we are still looking for brave young soldiers and, of course, female officers and generals for the Dick Draft. So hashtag double D for a chance to win today's Swole card. Thank you for playing. Let's get a little Tainty Man on the image. Look at that. Look at the Tainty Cam. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. All right. So all the upcoming posts, join over there at swolenormousx.com because we had an amazing overtime segment yesterday. It's available now inside Swole TV for members. Also, tomorrow's episode is Sunday Funday, the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Funday Q and Anus. Tomorrow morning, Sunday, October the 30th. Okay, so we're just going to take pure questions tomorrow. So if you don't get your question, if you haven't gotten your question answered lately, or you just thought of something, tomorrow we're just taking tons and tons of questions. We'll take some calls if we got them. We'll take some live questions, of course, and we will take a bunch from Instagram. So all questions tomorrow, every single Sunday, is just pure questions. So if you're new to the show, make sure you are plugging into those Ask Papa Swole lives because they're great. You never know. I shouldn't say they're always great. They're always great. They're always great. They're always fun. But sometimes the questions are a hot mess. But a lot of times they're really good. So you never know what you're going to get. Right, Jenny? You never know what you're going to get.
My name's Forrest Gump.
You never know what you're going to get on the Sunday Fun Day. And, of course, we have the new P3S5. Papa Swole's signature series drops on December the Schwam. That's very nice. 12/1/22. P3S5. So get ready for that. If you don't know, it is a limited edition collector's release. We do that every 100 episodes, and we've been doing it since Swole 2K. So the next one is on December the 1st, conveniently enough, and it is our 5th release. So if you missed the other ones, now you can jump on this one. And they're all awesome. They're all different. They're all unique, so you don't have to have all of them. Some of you do, but that's just how it rolls. So P3S5 drops for 24 hours. You're able to purchase for 24 hours on December the 1st, and we'll talk a lot about that. Obviously, we are now, so that's about 30 days away. Something to look forward to. P3S5 drops December 1st. Now, let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. We got some great Swole fan posts. Let's kick it off with Brandon. Not that Brandon. Let's kick it off with the good Brandon, like a Brandon that lifts, goes to the gym, and has a functioning brain. Brandon writes, leg day destroyed. Used to hate leg day and would even skip the gym because of it. Now it's a favorite, just feel obliterated after. Fam, never skip leg day. Brandon doesn't skip leg day. Don't skip leg day. I will tell you, I've never done that. I've never done that. And I'm not saying I have like the biggest legs in the world. I've never skipped leg day. That's always been, everything's been a priority. Since I started lifting, it was always trying to develop every muscle as much and proportionately. So I've never done the skipping leg day thing. I never understood why that was ever a thing. It was always like a priority for me. But yeah, some people just completely forget, like, don't do their legs. It's like, fuck. I love training legs. I look forward to it. All right, next post here. Goshenta from our Swole Fam Discord. Goshenta. What does that mean? Cool name. Hi. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. You talk about elimination diets a lot, but I happen to have the opposite problem. What would you recommend for someone who has trouble eating enough food during the day? I drink far too much soda, and I only eat once a day on average, and yet somehow I manage to maintain a proper weight, but I know it isn't maintainable long term. I don't think you have the opposite problem at all. You need to do an elimination diet. If you're drinking soda, I think you misinterpret what an elimination diet is. It's not a weight loss diet. It's not a weight loss or a restriction. It's resetting your body so you can test and see how these foods negatively affect your body. So you're misinterpreting what the elimination diet is. You need to eat quality food, and you stop drinking all this fucking vegetable oil and processed sugar and shit. So soda is garbage. It's one of the worst things that you can consume. You say you manage to maintain a proper weight. You probably have no muscle mass. You probably are skinny fat. Your body fat percentage might be too high, even though for your mass. I don't know what a proper weight is in your opinion, but it's definitely not a healthy approach. So I strongly recommend that you look into what the elimination diet actually is. If you're an unlimited member, jump right into that. Absolutely. Start the elimination diet, get rid of the soda, start eating more nutritious foods, and it's your habits. You're not just going to be hungry more often. You're also just sucking down tons of calories from the soda. So you're consuming more caloric but empty calories. You're consuming more calories than you think, just not in the form that your body requires. You're not getting enough micronutrients. James, it made my day after one of those days at the office, listening to the Daily Swole on my commute to find out Papa featured my transformation on episode 2363. Thanks, Papa and the fam, for your support. I regretfully decline the dick draft. Oh, it would take forever to get the blue dye off. Jesus Christ. You see? We're up against it, folks. We really are. Our best people are on the sidelines, just demoralized at the prospect of taking on one of these behemoths. Well, congratulations, James, on your transformation. We're proud of you. You regretfully decline the dick draft. You know what? I'll float this out there, James. I'll give you some time. Let's give James some time to reconsider because he had amazing transformation, because I know he was put on the spot. Let's be honest. He didn't volunteer for the dick draft. We just threw him in there. So let's give some James. I hope you're listening to this. Tickle your ear holes with this knowledge cock. Take a moment. Think it over. I do understand, like, you didn't volunteer for this. None of us did. None of us want this to happen. This is not something that any of us want. But just keep that in mind. We need you. We're here for you. And we do have certain strategies and technologies to get that blue dye off. Trust me, it's a very rewarding feeling knowing that you're serving your country and serving the Swole fam. So we'll give you some time. We'll give you some time to think it over. And as many of you know, it's a dick draft, but we take a lot of volunteers. I want it to be volunteers, really. I really want it to be more volunteers because that's the passion and that's that's the change. That's how we're going to make this change possible, is with that kind of that kind of dedication and discipline and that intrinsic desire to reunite this country. So let's give James a little bit of time to mull that over. I'm not going to take that as a final answer, James. And again, congratulations on that amazing progress. And just get back to us on that, all right? Megan from the Swole Fam discussion boards under the What's Up Beaches section, reserved for new beaches in the Swole Fam. New Swole sluts. Hey, fam, my name is Megan. I'm 31 years old. I found Papa in the fam while I was pregnant with my third. And now that I'm not pregnant anymore, I'm ready to get into better health and get stronger for my kids and lifestyle. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3, ages 5, 2, and 4 months. A short history about me. About 5 years ago, my husband and I found out we were pregnant. We got married, bought a house, etc. You know, the American dream. After a lot of hard work, I was able to retire from my job as a massage therapist. We moved 250 miles away to a town of 300 people, bought said house, pregnant with number 2. Now I'm able to garden, grow chickens. You're growing chickens? Growing them. I get it. Locally sourced meat and raw dairy from farms. This is awesome. Over the last 5 years, though, I've gone from 145 pounds to almost 200 pounds, back now to 165. I'm struggling with staying consistent as well as I'm wondering about what to eat to help my body. I have no gallbladder. It was removed when I was 21. I'm excited to get started with this program and can't wait to see where I can go with your help. Well, welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Sounds pretty damn cool. Sounds like you're doing well. Weight fluctuation there, but it happens. Let's see. You have no gallbladder. I'm not really sure what you mean about that in terms of, you didn't say anything about what was restricted for you. Mama Swolio had her gallbladder removed and she eats meat. She has no problem with that. That's a myth. That's your body adjusts and adapts. Because she had hers removed and she has no problem eating those sorts of foods. So anyway, getting back to what we talked about, elimination diet. That's why the elimination is so important. It's because it doesn't tell you, hey, eat these things forever. So it's not so much an elimination diet. I use that term because I didn't create the elimination diet. It's obviously just the process of cutting things out and then testing. It's more like an elimination process. It's just better vernacular. Diet, people get the idea. The elimination process, it can be used for many different types of approaches. It's just a scientific experiment. So if you are removing foods, you can test and experience what works best for your body. So it's a process of you testing the foods yourself. It's not, hey, eat this and you're going to be fine, or eat this, do this. It's, hey, start here and then test, observe, pay attention, and then narrow down and focus on what works best for you. Because if you're eating a food, oh, I used to like this food, or I used to really do well with this, and then it gives you violent diarrhea or terrible cramping and bloating, probably don't like it so much anymore. It's just not comfortable to eat. And you might say, oh, I used to love eating A, B, and C. Well, if it makes you feel like shit, that love of eating that is going to separate. You're going to stop loving eating that because you're not going to want to feel like crap. So you're not going to, quote, love it anymore. You're just going to have this memory of, oh, I used to have enjoyment when I ate that, but I can't now. And you're not going to feel bad about it because you're not going to want to eat it because you don't want to feel like shit. It's just how it goes. So it's not like, oh, I miss eating this food. I mean, not as much. I don't miss eating Taco Bell. It makes me feel like absolute shit. It's garbage quality food. Aside from knowing that it's literal trash, it's going to make me feel like trash. You're going to start navigating to what makes you feel better. If you care about your body, you're not going to want to sacrifice your health and feeling crappy for a few days afterwards for instant gratification. When you start shifting your perspective to delayed gratification, investing in your health, that's when you really start seeing progress, because everything that we do with the fitness and the human body and evolution and our adaptation, it takes time. So a lot of people just want things now. That's why they go for those instant pleasures. But it takes time. All these things, all this process, progress, all these things take a lot of time. We got a funny little meme here. I've seen a lot of these going around. TCAP, I don't do the Halloween candy thing anymore, but the costume thing is still fun. I found this in Spirit Halloween. We got a Papa Swolio size costume. Includes sick fucking gains, 7 pillars, and a screaming duck. Tainty Man, not included. Oh, there's only one Tainty Man, and as you know, only the Tainty Man can. Now, there's his taint. Only the tainty man can. Everyone knows that. Right, Rufus? Right, buddy? Rufus. Tainty man. Oh, tainty boy! Literally not even existing. Get yours. They're already sold out. I already checked on the website. One size. You know what you should have put? You should have put there, instead of like one size fits most in the corner, it should have been like the size fits only absolutely jacked. One size fits no one. Only if you're swole as fuck. One size fits swole as fuck or something. I like it. One size fits most. Great. Excellent. Well done. Well done. All right, let's get into some questions. If you have them, drop them in the comments down below. Let's take, we'll start here with a couple comments. Let's see. Anyone else? Let's see. Loretta, processed food can have worse reactions without a gallbladder. Shouldn't eat anymore. Agreed. Nancy, I had mine removed. Veggies are actually the worst for no gallbladder. Yeah, indeed. Nancy says, so do us swole sluts have to bang the soy boys? I don't think they can perform, to be honest. I don't think there's any bringing that back. I think that's the problem. Like, they'll get breeded out. They'll get breeded out. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them reproducing. So there's that. Like, we're not going to be able to solve it from that aspect. You're not going to solve it for that aspect. At least they're allies, but you don't want an ally. You want a Viking to savage you. It's not going to happen. Can't get it up, too much soy. We talked about that. Let's see. John, it's amazing how the things you like to eat as a kid, when you try again, is absolute shit. How the hell did I like that? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This one's called Black Tower Mastery. On Instagram, Papa Swole, is protein powder beneficial if you already eat high protein meals? It's definitely not necessary. If you're getting sufficient protein, and we're talking about like sufficient quality sources of protein, you're probably not going to need protein powder. So beneficial, that's a good way to say it instead of need. You definitely don't need protein powder. You need protein. You need protein. And if you're trying to eat tons of protein powder is kind of like, I don't want to say the lazy way, but it's convenient. And usually, convenience isn't necessarily the best way, but it's just higher quality or absorbable and ready access if you're trying to get in extra protein. Because it's hard to eat, let's say, 200 or 300 grams of protein of whole food. So protein shakes are used to get more protein in the body without the same sort of bulk. But the same thing, it's processed. You're not getting the same sort of nutrient. You're not getting the nutrient density that you are from steak or from chicken. But obviously, steak is the best, but you're not getting the same nutrient density and micronutrients. So you can also have a lot of, like TCAP is saying, you can also have a lot of, seed oils. You can have other processing. Heavy metals have often been found in protein powders. You can look up studies and tests a lot of times, heavy metals from processing. So there could be a lot of inconsistencies. Plus, if you're getting concentrate versus isolate, phthalates and phthalates, for example, plastics from the dairy manufacturing, and there's a lot of impurities. So it depends on how much you care about your health and how people want to say obsessed, but I say it's just objective reality. If you don't want to pay attention to that, then don't. You're better off getting it from whole foods rather than protein powders, for sure. But there are certain ones that are better than others. In some cases, beef protein powders can be beneficial, but you could just eat some fucking meat, eat some fucking steak. And sometimes it's not even less expensive. It's sometimes more, but it depends on your situation. It's always better to opt for food. Ethan Vasserman, Papa Swole, best way to start going to the fucking gym for an engineering student studying 55 hours a week. The best way to start going to the fucking gym is to start going to the fucking gym, Ethan. So you're busy, but a lot of people are busy. Do it first. Do it first. You have class at 8, go to the gym at 6, go to the gym at 6:30. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have better blood flow. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have better focus for your studying. So it's quite the opposite of what people think. It's not going to exhaust you. It's actually going to invigorate you and give you more energy and help you focus on your studies. So just to do it. The best way to go to the fucking gym is just to do it. Just do it. Yeah. Okay, let's get into another question from Pater Patoletta. Papa Swolio. What's the best core exercise for advanced gym rats? Well, you know what happens whenever someone says best. It's like, there really is no best. I mean, leg raises are fantastic. Planks, there's different ways of doing like extended planks and things on a TRX, or rings are excellent. Kettlebell work is fantastic. Core is from your pelvis all the way up to your cervical spine. So everything is your core. So technically chest is your core. In other words, we're trying to strengthen all the intrinsic stabilizers for the spine in the abdominal cavity, thoracic cavity, proper alignment. So yoga is fantastic. There are so many. It really depends on what your training protocols are for the goals you're trying to achieve. So again, this question, it's a decent question, but at the same time, what are you trying to accomplish with core? There's core strength, there's core stabilization. Do you want to see your abs more? Obviously, you can't spot reduce fat. Are you trying to increase your core strength for compound lifts like squats or overhead press? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? What core exercise? Because you could do things for your core, but is it improving stability? Is it improving endurance? Is it improving strength? Are you improving power? What are you trying to accomplish with this? So there's a lot of exercises, but what's your goal? And then we can find an exercise that might more directly target that and improve that for you. All right, hashtag Dick Draft for a chance to win today's Swole card.
He's on fire!
All right, we'll take a couple questions and we're going to get some balls deep. Hashtag double D. Mr. Mahi Patil. Papa Swolio, what to eat to gain, but your faith doesn't allow you to eat non-veg food. God fucking damn it.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
I'm going to say it, your faith sucks. Your faith doesn't want you to be healthy. All right. I'm just trolling, kind of. I really do feel that way, but for all intents and purposes, I don't. I'm not insulting your faith. I kind of am, but I'm not. But I am. But I'm not. But inside I am, but I'm not. What to eat to gain, but your faith. So you have to be a vegetarian. I'm assuming you're from India. I don't know what's the actual faith. Is that Hindu or what is that exactly? Like you can't eat, like cows are sacred and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of different sects over there. When I say sex, I don't mean sex, but like SECTS. So what to gain, but your faith doesn't allow you. It's just not healthy for humans to not eat animal proteins. So you can't have anything. You can't have eggs. You can't have fish. Like anything. You have to be a vegetarian. Fuck, man. Fuck, what to eat to gain? You can gain, but you're just going to be inflamed. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Like if you can't have anything, if it's vegan, or can you have eggs? Can you have... That's brutal. Come on. I have nothing to say. It's a question, but man, ideologies and beliefs, and it's just... Look, I don't mind about... Look, you can believe whatever you want for religion or faith. Like, I don't mind. I'm just trolling a little bit with that. But when you're sacrificing your health for it, that just doesn't compute to me. Like, if you want to be a vegan, but you're sacrificing yourself, like, you're hurting yourself, and, eating vegan, vegetarian, whatever, it's killing billions of animals a year. Like, it's not like it's saving animals. It's destroying the environment much more so than like regenerative agriculture. Feedlot cattle, it's an awful practice, but regenerative cattle, I mean, the manure, it's like recycling the nitrogen back into the soil. You're not stripping the topsoil. You're not spraying tons of chemicals, glyphosate and atrazine over millions of acres of soy and corn. Like veganism, like corn and soy is just the bane of our existence. Yes, it allows our society and our population to have exploded, but, there's arguments that, we've artificially inflated everything, including people's guts and their stomachs and their bodies and the population because, all this fake ass food. We have more people, but we also have sicker people. We still need more people. We need healthier people. Anyway, people should be eating meat. You should be eating meat. Okay. So, let's see. DAGV on Instagram. Papa Swole, what is your definition of progressive overload? The same definition that you would look up when you Google progressive overload, and you look up a definition and it tells you. Gradually increasing the stimulus over time to allow proper adaptation to said stimulus. So progressive overload can be cardiovascular, it could be mobility, it can be strength. My definition. What about the definition? Come on, fam, we need to get some objective truth in this world. What's my definition of it? Well, my definition is this. My definition is better than your definition. I need a monocle. Where's my fucking monocle? Where's my monocle at? Let's get a little tainty man. Little tainty man? Aww. Good boy. Good boy. No, I miss my church today. She's in the other room. I miss my church. All right, Swole Monkey. Give me a question that I can't ignore. How high of a heel elevation should I use when doing skier squats? Any kind of elevated heel, it's progressive. So you don't want to just go super high because then your knees are going to travel over. If you don't have strong joints, you can, negatively affect your meniscus or your MCL, something like that. So I would start with a lower elevation and then progress from there, because what you're doing when you elevate your heels is you're able to stay more upright with your back, which is good if you have limited ankle mobility. You should elevate your heels when you squat, but you should be working on proper ankle mobility, anterior tibialis work, soleus work, gastroc work, in order to improve so you can keep your back flat and upright when you're doing a squat. Because the squat should really be more quads than it is for glutes. A lot of people are just doing low bar back glute squats. They're not really, in my opinion, it's not really the best thing for squats. It should be more of a quad focus when you're doing squats. Glutes work synergistically, of course, but I think it should be more of a quad focus. When it comes to how high of a heel elevation, the higher the heel, the more knee flexion you're going to get at the bottom of the movement. So you need to progress and go easy on that. So as you increase your heel elevation, drop the weight. Depends on if you're using platform shoes or something like that. And, they have different blocks. You can get 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. Just start lower and progress from there as you build strength. So anytime you increase like the mobility, you want to drop the weight, because remember, the connective tissue takes a lot longer to increase in strength. I would be focusing on doing reverse sled, doing step downs, those types of things, and ass to grass lunges and things like that are fantastic. Yogi squats are fantastic for building up the tendons and ligaments there. So how high? That's relative to your mobility capacity. Good question. Just a Raven live stream. Papa Swole, is training while sore beneficial in particular scenarios? Possibly. It depends on the context. So you just said like, hey, is it possible that something can be contextual? So what do you mean training while sore? Like doing legs when your upper body is sore, or training chest when it's still sore? It depends. It depends on what you mean. What's the context of this? And, what else? Jay's Classy, does drinking black coffee break your fast? No. I think there is an argument that when you drink coffee, it might release muscle glucose or glycogen. And some people would say like, I think in general, the consensus is that it doesn't technically break your fast. I've always just treated it like it doesn't, because I'm not eating food. So there's that. I've never considered drinking black coffee, speaking of which, as breaking my fast. Diego Ramirez, should you work out while sick? No. If anything, you could do some cold plunging or sauna if you feel good, or some light yoga or some mobility work, some foam rolling, but make sure your nutrition's on point, you're hydrating, all that stuff, getting quality sleep so you aren't sick anymore. All right, let's see here. Eric Wasserd, Papa Swole, it's Saturday morning and I want to cheat so bad. I'm waiting for Pizza Hut to open. I'm trying to fight the cravings. Don't do that. Saturday morning Pizza Hut. My fucking God.
Matt Damon.
My God. I'm about to have violent diarrhea from your message. From that text, from reading that, I'm about to shit myself. It's Saturday morning and you're waiting for Pizza Hut to open. Pizza Hut and morning are Pizza Hut and morning are two things that should never be in the same sentence. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Loretta, my brother, parentheses, vegan, eats lentils. 9 grams of protein for 100 grams. Not enough, though. He's not healthy. No, he's not. Plus, it's a incomplete protein as far as I'm aware. Or is lentil a complete... You're not getting as bioavailable. You're better off eating real fucking food. Lentils. Gross. Fucking gross. Try eating that raw. Like, you can eat meat raw. You can eat raw meat. I do it all the time. I eat raw liver. You can all the time. Try eating a raw lentil. Have fun with that. Or lightly cooked. Tyler Papasoy, I've seen a video on TikTok, always a reliable source, where a guy compared 1 pound of fat to 1 pound of muscle. He said fat weighs 4 than muscle, or more, was that typo, than muscle, or it's equally the same. I unfollowed him and said, fuck you, thoughts. Well, 1 pound of muscle equals 1 pound of muscle weighs the same as 1 pound of fat. Right? Matt Damon. Because they're both 1 pound. Now, if you take 1 pound of muscle and 1 pound of fat, 1 pound of fat is going to look more in the volume. So muscle weighs more than fat per volume. So if you take 1 pound of fat and 1 pound of muscle, the fat is going to look larger in terms of volume. Muscle's more dense. So that might be, I don't know if you had a typo there, or if you explained it, or if that's the way he was explaining it. So if you have a pound of muscle and a pound of fat, the pound of fat is going to look more in volume. It's like having, hey, a pound of styrofoam. It's going to be like, let's say the whole table. That's a pound. Just exaggerating, right? But if you have like a lead ball, it's like, oh, this is a pound. The volume is less, but it's more dense. All right. Famwise, any last questions? Let me just make a couple announcements before we move forward. Again, we have tomorrow. We have lots of questions tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Sunday Fun Day, Red, White, and Swole Q&A-ness, the 30th of October. Tomorrow. And by the way, I didn't make this announcement earlier. I probably should have. Over there at SwoleNormousX.com, we still have our Fuck Your Resolution specials, but let me bring it up on the screen because we are almost done with all the pumpkin spice apparel. So let me just bring that up. I wasn't going to do an apparel promo today, but we are almost through October. So fuck your pumpkin spice and the pumpkin head, go to the fucking gym. I got this design in. This design came in for me, this like light, what do you call it? Mint, I suppose. This is sick. I haven't worn it in a video yet, but it's hanging on my rack. It is it looks awesome. That coloring is fucking great. This is awesome too with the orange, but this mint one is fantastic. Anyway, the pumpkin head, go to the fucking gym, and the fuck your pumpkin spice are the countdown hath begun. So those designs are going to be gone and we're moving right into Thanksgiving and peppermint mocha season. So get your pumpkin spice and your pumpkin head, go to the fucking gym if you've been thinking about it, kicking it around. Otherwise, you have to wait till next year for these designs to come on back. So go and check it out, papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. Suzanne Lipnitz, Papaswolio, can we get a dick draft in Europe? The Federal Agency for Civic Education in Germany claims that being overweight is healthy. Matt Damon. We have moved on to the Fat Reich. Well, we do have a dick draft in Europe. Didn't we? I forget who it was, but we did have a dick draft. We do have one going in Europe. We do have a soldier. I think he went to, didn't we send him to the UK? I know they left the EU. Okay, fine. Brexit. Okay, I think we sent him to the Fat Doctor. I think he volunteered. And so yes, we can have one. Suzanne, are you volunteering to be an officer to lead our brave young men into battle? This is absolutely unbelievable. Are you volunteering to lead our men?
I give it a
Suzanne, can we count on you?
A 10. A fucking 10.
Can we count on you to lead our brave young soldiers to battle? on the European front? Because we do not have any, Suzanne said, she says yes. She says fucking yes. Suzanne, bless your heart. Godspeed, Suzanne. What I do know is we do have a soldier. I always forget. I should have kept a list. But we like to keep honestly, we like them anonymous because when we lose men, it's not as impactful. We are all one, and all of us, we are one. So any loss is catastrophic, is meaningful. But just for personal safety and security, we've been keeping it anonymous. So I haven't kept track. So there's no official roster. But what I do know is we only had one soldier in Europe. So now we do have Suzanne, who we do know. For those of you that don't know, we have our swole sluts, our females, are officers and generals in the dick draft, because only they can interpret, decode the enigma that is the insanity. Only a properly trained swole slut can get into the psychosis of these lunatics. So the strategy, the planning, we have our swole sluts handle that, and they send our brave young soldiers into battle to dick these beaches down, to send the septum piercings and the hair dye packing.
Emotional damage. That's a huge bitch.
We got it. We salute you, Suzanne. Thank you so much for your service. All right, let's see here. Tyler, I'm fighting in battle against the woke fucks too in this country. We all are. Cerny says, is the fat doctor still alive? Haven't seen her in a while. I don't know. I don't wish anyone to be unalived or to be dead. So I hope she is, but I hope she's more sane now. I doubt it. Sarah, all my liberal friends who got married did become more conservative. People do in older age. And when you have a family, it's just how people evolve. It's just like the natural progression, like stability, security, like that's important for humans. You cannot think about the future, right? When you have children, and I don't have children, but I do understand long-term thinking. I do understand this delayed gratification. I do understand the mindset of preparing for the future. When you are planning for the future, let's go balls deep. We're there already. Let's continue. That's deep. When you are thinking long-term for the future, you can only do so when you have security. You can only do so when you have safety and security. If you are in like a war-torn country, or you're scraping and you're trying to always you never know when your next meal is coming. And I mean, a lot of people are living paycheck to, I'm not saying there's anything, I mean, there are a lot of people that struggle, but the point is, if you don't have any, if you are in that rat race and you're just struggling paycheck to paycheck and you're always in that heightened state of fear and anxiety from the mainstream media because of inflation, this is why inflation and printing more money, this is why it's a terrible, terrible thing for our economy. And this is why a deflationary currency that's infinitely scarce like Bitcoin is the only answer long term. You need to, or the best answer long term, is when your value of your work, when the value of your time, when the value of because that's what money is. It's stored human energy. You are transferring your services, your skills, your efforts at your job, at your work, in your career, in your business into money, which you can use this money to purchase food, a car, clothes for your child, whatever it is. You could buy energy like power. So when your energy and your time and your efforts are getting continuously worn down, continuously devalued and debased, it's a constant state of fear and anxiety. You can't plan for the future. There is no future. It's only now. You can't think about 5 years down the road. You can't think about 10 years down the road when you're I don't even know what I'm going to eat tomorrow. You're always in constant state of current anxiety and current fear, which is really anxiety. It's just worrying about shit that isn't occurring right now in most cases. So you can't plan for the future. But usually when you have a child, when you have kids, the reason why people tend to shift over to that is because that's what your child is. That's your future. That's you stop thinking about like, hey, what do I want to do right now? What do I feel like doing right now? You're like, oh, my son or my daughter needs this. You know, they're going to be growing up. I want them to go to a good, fucking good school. You know what I'm saying? Like that cliche, but where are the good schools, right? Homeschool your fucking kids, please. You want them to live a successful life. You want them to do what they love. You want them to be safe. You want them. So you start thinking more long term. And you don't want violent changes in society. You don't want insane people. You don't want the insane asylum running the fucking, the patients running the asylum. You're not looking for violent revolutionary changes. You're like, hey, you want safety and security and stability. So that's the problem. That's why all these, like, when it comes to feminism and men are equal as women and, girl boss and women should be, business, don't have kids, push that off, kids will take everything from you and you lose your freedom. And this kind of demonization of the family and breaking apart of the family, not only do you separate the kids from their parents so you can manipulate them and brainwash them, but you discourage entire generations from having families. And then you are breaking apart and you're creating more of a rift between that conservative and the more progressive, insane ideals. So you have the instability and changes and fucking living in la la land. And then you have, that separation. But the ironic thing is, over time and over generations, you have conservative families that are instilling conservative. I'm not talking about, Republican, Democrat. I'm talking about just conservative ideals, stability, security, 2A, all that stuff in the United States. But you have families and those conservative families and communities are having more kids. The progressive, super liberal, soy boy, all that stuff aren't. So the problem kind of solves itself over time. But that's one of the other problems with Marxism and socialism is, even if it's a smaller group, the same thing with Twitter and all this stuff online, it's not really the majority that thinks this kind of crazy shit. It's just a very loud, extremely vocal minority. So that's why people just have to say, shut the fuck up. So rather than listen to all these lunatics online, it gets magnified online because you can have things that trend. You could have manipulated algorithms. You can have echo chambers. That's why Elon buying Twitter is one of the best things to happen to our society in years. So you have this manipulation and this irrational, it sounds like the progressive, ultra-liberal, septum-pierced, purple hair is the majority, but it's not. It's just louder because on your screen, you can create that kind of portrayed balance, or that kind of, it seems like the majority because everyone's living through their phones. But when you go out in the real world, tell me about it. I mean, I know certain areas are like that, but if you look at maps of conservative liberal, it's only the fucking cities. It's only the fucking cities. The vast majority of the country and the population use common sense, but a lot of people are quiet. They're not speaking up. All you have to do is say, shut the fuck up, and ignore it and make fun of it. That's all you have to do. When it's insane, fucking say something about it. If you bend a knee and you can have a small minority that takes control. This is what communism and this is what socialism is. It's not that everyone has, what you do is for your neighbor. There's always a controlling, authoritarian, small population at the top. So that's why it never fucking works, because always the haves and the have-nots. You're going to have a small population that's in control and everyone else is fucking dying and starving. So it doesn't work. It's never even. But this is why people just have to say, you have to say, shut the fuck up. Make fun of it because it is stupid. And understand that what you see on the internet, what you see on social media, what you see on your phone, you have 5 inches of fucking real estate. You have 5 inches of real estate. You can have a small, unique, boys can be girls, girls can be boys. Literally,
Boys
biology
have
101.
A penis, girls have
Stupid
vagina.
fucking retardation. It's not true. There's 2 sexes, period, end of story. That's it. It's male, it's female. The gender thing is Halloween. Halloween's in 2 days. Have fun. Dress like whatever you want. But then it's coming. Then we're back to reality. Okay, then we're going to play the life game where you can fucking die and fall off a cliff, and when you throw something up, it comes back down. Okay, we're going to go back to the life things. So if you're looking at your screen, you can take let's say you can take 50% of that. So 4% of the population or 3% can seem like 50, or it can seem like 75, depending on what echo chamber you're in, or depending on what. And a lot of people, and when you see corporations, oh my God, why are these corporations going woke and all this? It's because you have human beings. It's an idea of a corporation. It's a fucking brand. It's individual people that are on their phones all fucking day, and they want attention, and they've been brainwashed in college and X, Y, and Z, and it just snowballs. You just need good people that have brains to say, shut the fuck up. No, I'm not doing that stupid shit. No, I'm not going to your fucking diversity and inclusion bullshit, socialist, communist fucking training. No, I'm not doing that shit. No, I'm not going to, go to a fucking convention about my white privilege, you fucking racist. Just say no, say fuck off, and we can get back to reality. Just stop feeding into it. So that's the problem. Just say, shut the fuck up. And make fun of it when it's stupid. When it's stupid, make fun of it because it's ridiculous. It's not the majority, but it becomes the majority. This is what happens, and this is what happened in Nazi Germany. And everyone, I don't want to talk about. Everyone always talks shit like, you don't want to talk about it all goes back to the Nazis. Yeah, because it's called history. It's called learning your history and seeing examples and then avoiding it. It's what happens when people don't say anything. When you go along with it and you're like, oh well, everyone else is. No one else is saying anything. Stop being pussies. Eat some more fucking steak. Go to the gym and step the fuck up. When something is stupid, say, hey, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. You're a racist. That's idiot. That's idiocy. Like that movie Idiocracy. Right? Just make fun of it and tell people to fuck themselves. Like, shut the fuck up. You could shut the fuck up. You could just fuck off. So if more people did that, fortunately, we have elections coming up, so you have an opportunity to tell people to fuck off. And most of you know what you need to do. So make better choices in your local elections and start with yourself and your family and people around you, and you'll go from there. Good rant. Let's go America there, too.
I better use my strong hand.
All right. Let's do a balls deep. Let's see. What do we got here? We got 3 videos. And ha. All right, pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. What you got, fam? Pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. What's gonna be? 1, 2, or 3. What's it gonna be? Oh. Is it gonna be 1, 2, or 3? You got 3 numbers to choose for me. You gotta pick it right now. 1, 2, or 3. Not bad. Not bad.
You switch the samples.
All right. Loretta, number 2. Loretta, number 2. Loretta, number 2. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is called Pediatrician. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's from Libs of TikTok, too, so you know it's going to be painful. Pediatrician. God damn it.
What's in the box?
Pediatrician with purple fucking hair. Is this a
Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you real quick about something that happened to me this week, and this is going to be a 2-parter because 2 different kids. First kid, right after lunch, running into the clinic, about ready to start kindergarten. You know the type, so excited to be there until they found out they're getting shots. I asked the parents, are you guys going to start her in kindergarten next year? And they said, no, I don't think we're going to do that. There are too many things going on in schools these days. And here I was thinking they're going to talk about funding public education or guns in schools. Oh. They didn't want their kid to talk about pronouns. You realize we all have pronouns. So I said, baby, are you a boy or a girl? And she said, I'm a girl. And I said, sounds like you don't have to worry about that. She already has she, her pronouns for now. And if there's another kid in her class that's questioning, it's really not any of your business.
Yeah. So she has purple hair, so she obviously doesn't understand the severity of it. What these other parents are talking about is they are afraid of these woke little children, AKA the woke little children that just graduated with their little education master degrees, and getting their kids brainwashed, which is happening everywhere. So yeah, we all have pronouns. Exactly. We all have pronouns. We all either have a PP or a vajiji, which matches the pronouns. Okay. That's not for question. You can't just demand what other people say. So she is obviously, the dye has gotten to her head and she's really unaware of what's going on in schools. But it's okay. Most people are.
Or problem, for that matter. To say they changed the subject quickly would be an understatement. I don't tolerate that in my clinic. We accept everybody for who they are.
Oh, she's a pediatrician. So I don't tolerate that in my clinic. You don't tolerate what? People having opinions? You don't tolerate people wanting to make sure that their kid is not getting groomed or brainwashed in school? Yeah. So this is what happens. Okay. So she literally shot herself in the foot. Unfortunately, figuratively. I'm just kidding. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. That'd be stupid. But she's saying how we don't, she's saying, it's so the hypocrisy, the doublespeak. So we don't tolerate that in my clinic. We don't tolerate that. So no tolerance for other people's opinions. So we don't tolerate that. So the parents had an opinion and had preference over what their child was being taught. She doesn't have tolerance for people that have opinions. Yet under the mask of, if people have their own pronouns, then they're questioning that. That's up to them. So you're not tolerant. Yeah. So, and this is like the double-edged sword virtue signal. You're not really tolerant. You're just pretending to be tolerant. You're an ally, right? You don't want to get canceled. So like, oh, you can think whatever you want unless you disagree with what I think. Yeah. So those parents seem to be very intelligent, and hopefully they're not seeing you anymore. And you're a pediatrician? Ah, yeah, the science thing. That hair dye is getting inside your skull. Yeah, might want to go back to Crackerjack University and get some more credits. Okay, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3.
What's in the box?
Yeah, Mandy says she literally said for now, proving their point. Anna Luisa, notice how she said for now, so people are expected to change their pronouns. You shouldn't, if you're a man, you're a boy. If you have a PP, you're a he. If you have a vagini in a bottle, baby, you're a girl. If you want to pretend like you're a boy, you're still a girl pretending to be a boy. If you want to wear a dress and talk like a girl or wear heels, you're still a boy wearing a dress and heels. Very silly things here. Very silly things. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Pick a number, 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Suzanne, our new general in the European division of the Dick Draft. Suzanne. Number one. All right. You have chosen. Poorly. You have chosen poorly. Do we have anyone that's sensitive to flash? You know how they have those things for like epilepsy? It's like flash warning. This isn't a flash, but it's definitely a visual warning. If you have sensitive eyes and you have a tendency to see things that disgust you and you tend to throw up like upon those images entering your eye holes, you've been warned. I don't think trigger warning sums it up. But if you're eating right now, if you get nauseous from seeing things that are grotesque, just letting you know. Let me preface this. There are a lot of things you can wear. There are a lot of things you can wear. So you know when obese people are like, I have the right to wear this. You have the right to wear what you want. But should you? Should you? This is called I'm Just Existing. It's a problem. Then your existing is a problem, in fact. All right. I'll let you be the judge. Here we go. 3. Let's get that drum roll going again.
What's in the box?
It ain't in the box. It don't fit.
You know, all week I've been screamed at by Swifties telling me that I'm a bully for bringing up a topic that really affects a large portion of the population and should be addressed when talking about eating disorders. And it's funny that when I make content about eating disorders and about being comfortable in my body, I get actually bullied. And that is why fat phobia is an issue, because I'm just existing. I'm being an aerial yoga teacher. I'm being fit. I'm dancing. I'm being healthy.
Whoa! You're an aerial yoga teacher. Fuck. That's some serious construction. Why are you wearing that?
Which is what they always say, oh, we just want you to be healthy. I'm being healthy, and I get crap like this. I get told to go die. I get told that I don't have value. That's why fat phobia is important, because I post a video.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. 1, because your voice is grating. And 2, who tells you don't have value? That's not what people say. You don't have value. Come on. I've never seen, I see comments like this. I see comments on videos like this. And yeah, some people, look, it's the internet. Look, you need to, the people that, all right. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why men can handle the internet and women can't. I'm just going to lay it out here. Why a lot of men can handle it and women can't. Women are a lot more emotional than men. And of course the manipulation, like women, like really know how to mind fuck other women. The reason why is because, ladies, how many of you grew up in like Halo chat rooms? Most of like the men that are using the internet now and the boys coming up play like online, they do online gaming, like Modern Warfare and shit like that, or Fortnite, or, I mean, I don't really played Fortnite too much, but Halo, like, you're hardened. I grew up on the internet. You are hardened by the internet. Now the internet softens you, right? The internet makes you a fucking whiny beesh. My internet, when I say my internet, I'm 39. Like the internet in like the mid 90s, fucking Red Alert shit, AOL chat, Halo, Call of Duty, yo, it's like Bane. I was raised in the dark, molded by it. I was molded by Halo chat. When people, let me tell you, it's like, I have seen racism. I'm aware. If you grew up in like Halo chat rooms, holy shit. Now this is before like AI, like you didn't really get banned for saying offensive things. Everything and anything, I'm telling you, whatever you can think of, the most horrendous shit that you can possibly fucking imagine to be said was said. And probably more. Things that you can't even think of being, things you couldn't even construct. Like, what's the most racist, offensive thing I could possibly say? And then multiply that, because there's creativity out there that has never been surpassed. These are the men that build the skyscrapers. That's the creativity that, instead of creating like Michelangelo's Pietà, was funneled into creating the most insane, outlandish insults to another man. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Rather than building bridges and skyscrapers, that kind of human ingenuity built with the hands of men, of young boys, that claimed independence from tyrannical rule, that created and forged this country. All that creativity was funneled into insulting someone on the other side of the chat. That's right. All that creativity, skyscrapers, country forging, was used to insult someone else's mother and their race. And most of and they didn't even have to be that race. Let me tell you that. They didn't even have to be. They could have been some 8-year-old white kid. Oh, you didn't treat him that way. We were forged in the fires of Halo Chat. Someone said you don't have value. No one. And here's why I say no one ever has said, you don't have value. You know, if you're in a Halo chat and you tell someone else that they don't have value, do you know what the retort would have been? It would have cut down to your fucking identity. You would have had 10 fucking people absolutely gangbanging your ear holes, ripping down your family tree. Let's just put it that way. You don't have value. Yeah. More ain't Swifties, more like softies. You don't have value. No one, I guarantee no one has said that in the comments. So here's my other point. No one says you don't have value. That's how she feels. No one uses that as an insult. It's not something. Oh yeah, people say, I hope your mom gets a disease. Dude, that's nothing. Everyone's like, I hope you get fucking ass cancer and die. Oh, that's the tip of the iceberg. You have to add that. You have to add a lot more racial slurs than that. Anyway, I'm not saying it's good discourse. I'm just saying this is why a lot of dudes today are just like, yeah, whatever. Like, that's why you could say whatever the fuck you want to me online. I just fucking bring it. Fucking do it. Do it. Come on. Do it. What are you going to say? What are you going to say to me? So in other words, no one says that. No one has ever said that. No one's like, you don't have value. No one's saying that in the chat. I guarantee in her videos, you don't have value. It's just not something people say. That's how she feels. That's how she's interpreting people being like, you're just not healthy. You can do aerial yoga. Yeah, there are people that are like offensive linemen for the NFL. They're not healthy. Yeah, well, he can move fast. Doesn't mean he doesn't have muscle mass, but he does have like 200 extra pounds of fat. It's like sumo wrestling. They're not healthy. The fuck? People think you can't be athletic? Yo, yeah, bodybuilders aren't healthy either. So welcome to life. Just because you can perform in certain things doesn't mean you're healthy. There's nothing to do with it. All right. Anyway, this is just, no one's saying you don't have value. No one has written that. You're just interpreting that. So there's something there that you don't love about yourself. But like, I mean, again, what are you eating? Are you a vegan because you do aerial yoga? Like, what are you eating? What are you doing? Are you lifting weights? Aerial yoga, there's no stress or gravity, like weight training, like heavy weight, like, you know, again.
Trying to uplift people, and I get torn down every day. So all of you that are saying that fat phobia doesn't matter, it matters. It matters, okay?
All right, so your lived experience, ignore the comments, turn off your, I mean, I don't think people should turn off their comments, but if you're going to post stuff online, understand that people are going to say things that you don't like. You don't have to post online. You can have a private account. Again, I'm not saying that it's not mean. I mean, that's subjective anyway. What I am saying is that if you don't want someone to disagree with you, then don't say anything. If you don't want someone to be like, hey, I'll post a video, people are going to talk about my body. People are going to talk about what I say. People are going to talk about my long hair or my beard. I can't care about that because I don't. It's not valuable. People are just bored in their basements watching fucking TikTok, or people are going to say shit. So fucking let them say shit. And look, if you're wearing something like that, let me just pause it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you're wearing this, what the fuck do you expect? Seriously. For real. If I wore that, what do I expect? If I wore that, I get the same fucking thing. Like, what is that? All right, let's move on. Again, I'm not saying it's, oh, people are mean to you. That's great. I'm not saying that. But it's like you have to understand that it's objectively unhealthy to be obese. You're probably not doing the things to be healthy. Obviously. So rather than address that, people think like, I just diet a little bit and it doesn't work. Yeah, because you're still eating nutrient void foods. I guarantee you're not eating grass-fed beef and organ meats. You're probably still using all these shampoos, conditioners, plastics, phthalates, parabens, birth control. You're still fucking up your body. Okay, so you're not taught these things. Okay, but there's answers out there and you're just not addressing them. So you're shifting into this whole everyone else is mean to me. You're just being a victim. And posting about it and addressing it is not helping the situation. It obviously, when I'm trying to do this, I don't care. You care so much. Stop posting about it. Ignore it. Block comments, like say block comments that contain these words. And yeah, I mean, I don't think people should censor comments or turn off comments, but if you're that sensitive, probably don't post online, right? Just saying. If people's words or comments bother you so much, the internet's not for you. Okay? It's irrational to think that people should treat you a certain way. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but you are just like, oh, well, people are mean to me. The fat phobic is real. It has nothing to do with whatever make-believe fear that you think there is. It doesn't matter if you're ripped, if you're muscular. People are going to be like, oh, you have tiny arms, or you have, you have a big nose. People are going to poke. It's usually because they don't love themselves and they don't care about themselves and they're projecting their own self-hatred and they're trying to bring someone else down or get a little, or fuck around a little bit. In other words, if you can't handle negativity, it's not because there's some like boogeyman out there coming to get you and against you. That gives rationality to your delusion. Stop posting online. Stop posting online. In other words, if you can't handle comments, don't create the video with the comments underneath it. There's nothing that requires her to post online. There's nothing that requires her to post videos online. By posting content online, you are offering up your shit for the shit storm. You're offering up, you're on the chopping block. People are going to like it. They're going to hate it. They're going to feel neutral about it. They're going to leave a good comment, a negative comment, a spam comment. Hey, click here for nudes, XXX, and blah, blah, blah. You like me? There's going to be spam bots, everything. Everything. Okay. Last video here. Size doesn't matter. I disagree.
Because
Swole sluts like it veiny. All right, but of course we're not talking about that kind of size. We're talking about body size. Body size is not a merit or demerit. Okay. That's just the title of on this video. And the at on TikTok is called a fat perspective. So if you have fat in your title or in your screen name, it's because you're promoting obesity and that's your identity. So everything that comes out of your mouth after that is pretty much like you're just trying to justify not taking care of your health. This demerit is not a merit or a demerit. Stop making it like a moral good or bad, like a moral good or bad. It's healthy versus unhealthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's also not necessary. It's because of your lifestyle habits. What now? There's no answer to that. There's no answer to that. There's no answer to that statement. It's your responsibility. It's your habits. That's what you're doing. And if that's the case, then it's your fault. But people take fault as like, oh, it's me. I'm not saying you were educated properly. I'm not saying your parents raised you with proper nutrition, education on this. But I'm saying it might not be your fault to this point, but it's your responsibility to make those positive changes rather than triple down and virtue signal and play the victim. So it's not about moral good or bad. It's about objective health or projecting towards preventive disease. So this is like self-hatred, like, oh, I'm not in a bad body or in a good body. It has nothing to do with good or bad. It's all subjective. Stop playing the subjective game when it's an objective health risk. And promoting it, and promoting it is the evil part. If you're obese or you're overweight, okay, you don't have the right information. Big pharma's trying to poison you. Big food's trying to poison you. The government doesn't give a fuck. You're not educated properly. Everything in every corner is a temptation and it's processed fucking poison, industrial waste. I get it. Okay, so what are you doing about it? But then when you're justifying it and trying to act like a fat perspective, the fuck does that mean, a fat perspective? Your lived experience? All right, size doesn't matter. Let's just play it.
My friend and I were discussing her sister and mother-in-law. She was complaining to me about their relationship. And she was like, Jen, like,
Okay, let me use a cell phone next to a roaring stream without a microphone. I can barely hear you. What a shitty fucking way to do a video. I don't know if I can make it through.
He's skinny and cute. And now he's like, he gained so much weight. He's not cute anymore. Take a look at his picture. And I was like, what? Because first of all, why does his appearance matter? Like, appearance should not add or take away from someone's value. Like,
Again, here's this value fucking shit. Appearance should not add or take away from someone's value. Who the fuck is saying that? You don't have value. This is your own internal dialogue. That's your own self-esteem. No one's saying you don't have value. What I am saying is that you do have value and you should respect yourself and take care of yourself. How many days does she lift weights? What does she eat? How often does she meditate and practice yoga? That's what I'm saying. You do have value. So treat yourself as if you have value.
appearance is your appearance, period. And if someone ages 10 years, their body's going to change. And why does it matter? It drove me crazy.
And if someone ages 10 years, their body's going to change. If you let shit go, yeah, you're going to get fatter. Your body's going to change. I look better now than I did 10 years ago. So if you don't put any effort into yourself, then yeah, you'll look shittier.
And I'm like, first of all, we should not be talking about their relationship unless they ask us for feedback. And second of all, his body size and appearance doesn't add or take away from his value. And she was like,
okay, I don't know what she's really talking about. Like, I didn't hear the whole story because she's doing it next to a fucking river.
oh, I'm like, yeah, and you're friends with me. Wait. So we had a good laugh about it.
They
and
make
now we're
decaf,
like, okay.
by the way.
Each time she talks about her brother-in-law, like, okay, take the appearance thing, put it aside. And also, who cares if he's hot or not? Anyway, so suffice it to say, we need to stop judging people based on their appearance. So let me know if you have conversations like this with your friends and you're the one to be hey.
No one has conversations with this with their friends. Can you imagine being so pathetic that this is like what you talk about? We're talking about being obese and having value. And what the fuck? Go get a job. Go paint a picture or build a chair or something like that. Go dig a hole in the ground and fill it back up. Like, go do something. Go do something challenging. Go do something that's not...
Crucifixion was good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
I believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
I think she was standing by the river just for some visual perspective, right? To like, I don't know. I need to stand next to something grand in order to feel better about my body or something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, the story was irrelevant. Yeah, I keep on saying that. I've been saying that for 6 years. And he said, I love when you go say build a chair. And maybe this is something like subconscious. Like I always wanted to be a carpenter and build chairs or something like that. I always tell people to go build a chair. Go create something. Go create something of value. Go help someone. Go assist someone. Stop just like wallowing in each other's misery. Value. My God. Like, show me you don't believe in yourself more. Like, by saying all these things, you're just proving that you don't think you have value. Like, you're just defending this. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Someone just said I have a new profile picture. It's not me. It's still hacked. I'm really furious now. Meta needs to get on there. That's so weird. They're changing. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Yeah, it's not me. It's not me. Anything with this, do not engage with the page. I don't know why they're posting like boxing. No, it doesn't matter. Why are they posting boxing videos? It's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, don't click on anything. Don't engage with it. Don't comment. You just don't want to be like contacted. Do not answer any messages. We're going to get this taken down because they're violating multiple trademarks, and it's all sorts of cybercrime. So I would love to fist fuck them. It'll happen. It'll get shut down. All right, let's see here. Let's give away today's Swole card. Swole card. What do we got here? Yeah, I think most people know. I mean, if you comment, just let them know that this page is hacked. You know, just letting everyone know this page is, hacked. It's not. I mean, yeah, obviously out of nowhere, it was like a dog pic and like two boxing. It's not me. It ain't me. It ain't me. Yeah, just stay away from it. Better off just ignoring it. Just don't answer any messages if you get like a DM or, just don't. I just didn't want, I told everyone because I don't want you to click on links and, it's someone from fucking like India. Like they have typos. I don't know what the purpose of posting that shit is. It's weird. Okay, let's see here. Dick Draft. Let's fucking go. Beaches, Falcon, come on. I think we already have a Dick Draft. I do think we have a winner. I think we already know. We already know. Our new General Suzanne. Congratulations. It has to be Suzanne. Suzanne volunteering to be a general in the European division. Very honorable, and we appreciate your service. Very well earned. Congratulations. Get a little Merrick even though you're in Germany. Yeah! Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 2367. We thank you for your service. And we'll send you the Swole card, your mailing address in the body of the email, of course.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn!
Ah, thank you so much for the super sticker, Calvin. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support.
No need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
All right, fam, you go and have a great day. We'll take some soundboard requests right now if you got it.
Make sure the
Drop in the comments down below.
excuse me, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Oh, das Tainty Man. Oh yeah, das Tainty Man. You looking extra sexy, yeah? One hand.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
You make me happy. Emotional damage.
Hadouken! 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 Dodson, we've got Dodson here!
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Loud noises!
Ooh, got it out just in time. It's getting harder to whip it out. Keeps on catching. It's getting longer. Keeps getting thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. It's just ridiculous. I see you, fam. All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. Again, check out the show notes and all the description below to submit a question. Go to askpapaswolio.com to submit a question for tomorrow's Ask Papa Swolio Live. Tons of questions tomorrow. Join the fam over there at swolenormousx.com. You got Fuck Your Resolution specials. And of course, if you have not yet left a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, share the podcast, but leave us a review if you have not yet done so. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And I got hairy legs too. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ain't it now? Ain't it now? What we got here?
I got hairy legs.
Don't we all? Don't we all? At one point or another. So thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for 2368. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and all that good shit. And good rants today. But we'll see you tomorrow for some Ask Papa Swolio, and we can talk more about any of this other stuff, whatever you want. So we'll take questions, we'll take topics, whatever it is tomorrow for the Mancast. We'll do it tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. 2368. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoost, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. Chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa. My shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.